Episode 295. It seems like Komori's been mistaken as a waitress or barista or something. We're not gonna make this guy coffee. What we are making, or what we're pretending to make, is some kind of super weapon that'll take on whatever is blocking our way into Stormblood. And to do that, we're doing all of the crafting/gathering quests up to level 60. Just completed the Alchemist one, and I guess that's our baseline for having created, or being able to create, some kind of magical alchemist for a Black Mage staff or something like that. And the next thing we'll do is the Carpenter quest, which I guess we can pretend is for the actual staff part of the staff. I believe Carpenters do actually make Black Mage weapons. Or at least they make the White Mage weapons, which is close enough. I'm pretty sure they also make the Black Mage ones, right? Maybe they don't. The point is, it's close enough, and we're just pretending here. We're not actually crafting a weapon. Carpenter quests are Black Shroud, of course. And just like the Alchemist ones, this quest line would have been something I never did on my main character, so it'll all be new. Hopefully it'll be as interesting as the Alchemist ones. And hopefully I can afford it all with 38,666 gil. Since I'm not going to really bother trying to craft things this time. At least I'll try to avoid it. This weapon, by the way, well, not weapon, although I guess it's sort of a weapon. It's just some level 90 gear that I got from my main character transferred over here through the market board. But it's actually a chainsaw. It's kind of crazy. It's sort of a chainsaw. I mean, I guess it's exactly a chainsaw. Okay, I guess we're dealing with dragons. Ah, Komori. I trust you have continued carving away at perfection in our art. I have a somewhat unusual request for you today. Finding the owner of an errant spear. A member of Gridania's finest brought it to me after discovering it during his patrol. How it ended up in the North Shroud is a mystery, but it is a fine piece of craftsmanship. Okay, we came here to pretend to learn how to craft better wood or something for a weapon, but if you're telling us about this lead on a fine piece of wood, I guess we'll use that as our segue. The style is undeniably Ishgardian, though few could tell as much, as the spearhead is missing. To a master, however, the love of both carpenter and wielder for this weapon is obvious. The haft has been worn smooth to use, or through use, revealing the quilted pattern of the wood. It is a king amongst lances. I thanked the whaler for his help, though it is a great pity he could not find the spearhead. Regardless, it deserves to be returned to he who loved it. I know I would be distraught if I lost such a treasure. As Guildmaster, my duties keep me firmly rooted here, yet you, as an adventurer, have spread your branches far and wide, hence why I've brought it to your attention. Thankfully, the lance gives us a clue as to its owner. Here, the winged crown of the Temple Knights carved upon the shaft. Of course, this only somewhat narrows the field, but a member of their order may be able to help. Judging by the age of the spear, the more veteran the better. In any case, I now leave this in your capable hands. Back to Ishgard. We can save a little bit of gil by using Return. I'm gonna need all the gil I can get, I think. Gonna be 4 main quests to go through here. This introductory one doesn't really count, I think. I've been with the Temple Knights for more years than I care to remember. Outlived more than a few welts, too. So how might I help you, lass? Broken Spear. The top half of this battle-worn weapons, like me, never heard that word before, has been snapped clean off. The shaft and servitor, also never heard of that one, however, appear to be in serviceable condition. 7 hells take me. Haven't seen a lance like this since I was a squire. The owners like to be as old as me. We're dead. Nah, Who was that one bloke? Some fool joined the order around when I did. only to get himself killed by Beastkin. The reason I remember him is because we found everything but his lance. Had a son too, craven lad, by the name of Bartholomew, whatever. Known to hang about the broom. Take the lance to him if you like, but if I'm right about it, I'm glad it's broken. Any lance that couldn't fend off a few beasts has no place with the Temple Knights. And he spits. Don't spit near us. Forgotten the lad's name already, eh? I did. But don't act so high and mighty. Bartholomew, known to frequent the broom. And we're gonna tell the Lord Commander that you spit on his floor. The last questline was pretty much entirely in Mordona. I guess this one's going to take us, well, localize us around here, either in the Broom or just in the Ishgard area, maybe with the Temple Knights. Aye, Bartholmew's my name. What business does an adventurer like yourself have with a lowly soldier like me? This is my father's spear, and you say it was in the Black Shroud. I was just a boy the last time I saw this. 'Twas the day my father rode off to battle the Horde, astride a steed, a fine man of the Temple Knights. Last time I saw him alive, too. We got his body back by and by, mangled though it was to the seven hells. Killed by measly beastkin of all things. Damn milksop. That's the way of Ishgard, adventurer. A man killed by dragons is a hero, and a man killed by beasts, well, let's just say I've my father to thank for the pox on my house. As I see it, my honor's mine to reclaim. I'll show the Temple Knights I'm worthy of their ranks, with the only proof they'll accept, a Dravanian's corpse. I like the framing of the story already. We know the spear is, of excellent quality, so that kind of tells us that the user might be too. But everything that we're hearing after the fact is, well, that he just died to some beastkin, and apparently that's this horrible thing. But I'll not fight with the spear. I've no desire to be mauled to death, like my father. The bow is my weapon now, or it would be if I had a proper one to hunt dragons. You said you're a woman of the Carpenter's Guild, didn't you? Could you do it? Fashion me a proper composite bow, I mean. 'Tis a sudden request, I know, but... Philippoli? I'll go with Philippolace. Philippolace? One moment, son, I'm busy. But why don't you say hello to the adventurer? Alright, just ran over to make yourself a nuisance, and then ran off. You'll have to excuse the boy, it's just me and him now. I fear his manners have suffered for it. He's a boy lad, and I'm training him to wield the bow. We'll eat for a week on the fowl he brings home. But I've got no delusions. This is a hard life. I want better for him. But back to the matter at hand. I'm not a rich man, and I don't have the gil to pay for a composite bow. But given time, I can scrape a bit together, and then I'll expect your fineness. Alright, that's the introductory quest, Tom. Did you, happen upon your savings just in the 5 seconds since we last talked? I was about to look for you. I've been checking the markets, and by my reckoning, I've enough to pay for the best holy cedar composite bow you can fashion, if you'll allow me a discount. I had to kill a number of lesser dragons for this coin. Yeah, that's kind of the weird part about this. We're still talking about killing dragons and all that. The pay's short, since any fool was appointed stick can do for them. The real money's in greater Duranians. 'Tis where the glory is too. Yeah, and still talking about glory. I mean, if we were just talking about killing dragons, it'd be one thing, since I guess there's still dragons out in this MMO RPG world that are lore-bound to still be duty-bound to Nidhogg or something, and just randomly attacking Ishgardian knights or adventurers or whatever. Those are just out in the world, but if we're talking about the honor of killing them, then that's a little bit anachronistic with where we are in the story. A proper bowl or a proper bow, will let me take one's head and win my knighthood with any luck. I ask you, on bended knee, and yet you're still taller than us. Friend, accept what I can pay and make me a fine bow. We'll do it, but only for practice. Yeah, that's a lot of materials. The first craft that we had for the Alchemist questline was actually pretty easy to gather. It's a good thing we're in Ishgard for this questline, so I can just go straight to the market board. And hopefully it's not exorbitant. We'll try Holy Cedar. Composite bow. Damn, that's exorbitant. Crap even. Okay, hang on. Holy Cedar lumber, cedar branch, midtoid ingot, rainbow thread, wyvern leather. Of those, I think the ingot and the thread and the wyvern might be the hardest to come by. Let's check those first. Mithrite ingot. Oh no. Just a normal one, right? Okay, this isn't... Damn. If only I could get these cheaper ones. I guess my cheapest option is one of these and one of this. Do I take the plunge now and buy it already? I don't know if I can get the other things yet. Rainbow thread, wyvern leather. There's probably a better way to do this. Damn, 100 matches. And that's like the maximum. Which means this gets cut off and the thing you're looking for might not even be on the list. Okay, that's reasonable. I guess I can buy this now since it's only the one we need. And wyvern leather. Well, 2,000's a fair price, but okay, there we go. Okay, so we might actually go for the mithrite. What about this? That's not too bad. It's just right there. I'll quickly check here though. If it's like 2,000 or something, we won't. Yeah, that's fair. And what was the other one? Holy Cedar lumber. Did I already check this? I guess I was looking for the bow or something. Damn, that's too bad. That's really too bad. Hang on. We're a carpenter, so we should make this, right? We need cedar lumber and holy water. Damn. Well, we can make that as a, as an alchemist, I guess. I'm trying to avoid this. And we pretty much know where we can get these. I mean, they're right there. Churning Mist and Avalantia Spine. What about the holy water, though? Maybe that's for cheap. Nope, not cheap. Really gouging you for some water. Okay, what about the other thing for this? Cedar lumber, which is made from cedar logs, which is gotten from... also over there, so we're going that way. So the things we need from here are cedar lumber, or the cedar logs, and the branches. No, wait, we got the branches. Well, I guess I didn't have to buy the branches. It was only 600 gil, though. No, the glamour. There's a problem about using shared equipment between gathering classes. If you're swapping between glamours on them, it only works when inside a sanctuary. Cedar logs. Actually, we're in the right area. I wanted to avoid this, I really did. I'm pretty sure that should be enough. Just in case. I don't know like how much we had to craft down, like if it takes 2 to make the lumber, and then you gotta use 2 lumber to make the other lumber. Oh wait, that was already 100. And that's enough of that. And we need that water. And I guess we can buy the mithrite, since I don't think there's no way I can craft that. That's probably like goldsmith stuff. Javonian spring water, Javonian mistletoe. Right over there. Oh no. It's a question mark. Damn it. I might be wasting my time here. If I can't get this one ingredient, it's all over. Sometimes it's even crazy, but the raw ingredients that you need for crafting the thing, sometimes they're sold on the market board for even more than the thing that you're actually buying or trying to complete. Like this bow that we're trying to get, it could end up being cheaper than even just the mistletoe that we're after as an ingredient for it. Just because of the weird market stuff. Let's see, where were we? Over here is the water. It's the right area, okay. Oh right, gotta be this. Well, our glamour isn't working, but guess that's fine. There's water. I guess it's probably enough. Well, I guess there's another one right next to us. The one thing is going to be that mistletoe. And let's fix the glamour when we're back there. Not that it matters. Okay, so we're gonna need the mistletoe. What exactly was it called again? Javonian mistletoe. You got Draconian, not Javonian. Damn, these are fair prices. They're just being sold in too high quantity. I could spend 10,000 at the minimum, but that's way too much. Well, we don't know where to get it ourselves. I mean, we know the general location, but we don't know where and when. When's the big part. I'm not going to sit here waiting all episode. Is there a way to know this other than looking it up? I guess I can look it up on my phone real quick. And if not, we'll bite the bullet and buy it. This is the first step, though. It spells ill for us if we can't actually afford things later down the line. Dravonian mistletoe. And it is found in logging level 54. The Navi says 12 PM Eorzean time. Is that like soon, or is that... What's the rule again? I guess it would be 12 AM when the Eorzean time in the top right turns over, so that means it's going to be an entire half Eorzean day before we actually get the chance to get this thing. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to buy it then. And I can always get more gil if I have to from selling all of my Allegan tin and silver and gold and all that her. Oh wait, hang on. The Navi says it also pops up at 12 AM to 2 AM Eorzean time, she thinks. Different trees around that area, but the Aetheryte Zenus. Chocobo, wait, in Zenus. Is this the right one? Dravonian mistletoe? Oh no, wait, this is Zenus, okay. Well, okay, let's try this. The hour is about to turn over. Yeah, someone else says... Tree behind the broken arch wall, 12 PM Eorzean time. I'll just start flying in that direction, I guess. I think. What coordinate? Do we have a coordinate? X26, Y10? Way over here. Like up on the eastern eyes, I guess. Oh wait, hang on. I don't have to go back for the glamour. It's just a waste of time. I spent time on these glamours, sort of. Our heading's right. But I don't see... Okay, Nanavi's information might not have been completely accurate. I might be wasting my time here. No, wait, someone else says 12 PM to 2 PM. X24, Y6. Yeah. Is it not the kind of thing that pops up on the, Oh wait, there are other ways to acquire it according to this. Well, let's just see. I usually gloss over the other inventories that... like the other shop inventories that you get from society quests, but apparently they're for this sort of thing. X24, Y6. It's probably this tree, but... 12 AM to 2 AM, but... no. It's not here. Okay, well that's great. I guess that information is wrong. Or I'm doing something wrong. Damn, this first step is really something. Apparently the other thing we can do is purchase it from Mogmul Mogbelly, or even from someone at the Jeweled Crozier, like from an NPC at the Jeweled Crozier. I didn't know that. What the hell? I'm just wasting my time here. Well, it's the same price from either Mogmul or the Jeweled Crozier, apparently. Just in case I'm also using this guide wrong, I'll try this Moogle first and then check the Jeweled Crozier. In case for some reason their shop inventories aren't what I think they are from this guide. Mogmul, there you are. So apparently you sell what I'm looking for. Not here. Is it one of these? Hang on. Does this guide really... Purchase from Mogmul Mogbelly for 1,000 gil. I don't see it. Damn, that's what I get for trusting like one guy. Dravanian mistletoe. Let's try a different source. I should have just bought it from the market board at this rate. This episode's gonna be way longer than, No wait, the wiki says it's also from Mogmul Mogbelly. And should be under purchase items, so I must be... Okay, yeah, it's right here. I had to like look in 2 different guides to realize that I was just glancing over it. I'm not sure how I like missed it twice in a row, but here it was the entire time. How much do we need? Oh wait, we need 2 for 1 craft. But how much of the holy waters do we need? 2 of those for 1 holy cedar lumber. And of that we need 1 holy cedar lumber, so just 2. Okay. This is, in the end, still only slightly cheaper than getting it from the market board. It really wasn't worth my time. Right, I gotta be an alchemist. And craft and... okay, finally. Oh, and that makes 3 bottles of holy water, okay. Somehow, because we're not in a sanctuary, despite where we are. Alright, and the actual lumber. If only there was some kind of feature that let you craft from a branching recipe tree or something. Like the way that we're doing right now. We keep on going up and down the levels or whatever, but if there was like a tree view for all the things that you had to craft and you can just swap between each thing in the tree, that'd be great. Maybe that's asking for too much though. Okay, so now the lumber. Of which we only need the 1. I guess I don't have to waste time doing all of this quality stuff, do I? We can just do the quality on the last step. We're almost there. Now we just need the mithrite ingot from the market boards, which we still have to buy. What a pain. What a pain this first step. The other ones better be really cheap on the market board to make up for this. Or at least something that I can gather too easily, or easily enough. Fix that glamour. Mithrite ingot. Yeah, unfortunately it's gonna have to be these 2. I guess we'll get the high quality one. We're down so much gil already, and I still have to do all this gathering. Alright, we're good. It's about time. I've long dreamed of owning a fine holy cedar composite bow. Please, adventurer. Kind of a mouthful. Why, 'tis light as a feather. Even in mail, my arm will never tire while holding it, and the draw weight's twice of my last bow, or twice that of my last bow. Aye, this'll fling a heavy broadhead a good 200 yards. Thank you, friend. To tell the truth, I don't mean to hunt just any dragon. I've got a target in mind. Guru Vilu, whatever. Bastard might as well be covered in steel armor. Even knights can't pierce his scales with their lances, let alone their arrows. But a well-aimed shot from this bow might slide between his plates. He's woken from a long sleep, you see. Last time he did, he left a trail of corpses. Guru Vilu's head will win me my knighthood, and a better life for my boy. Not that Philip Halai sees it that way. Could you call him adventurer? No, we can't. We don't know how to pronounce it. He's always away from home these days. Spends all his time hunting out near the manufactory. I know Philip Halai is at a difficult age, but must he spend all his time hunting at the manufactory? If he just talked to me. So far seems to be a bit more of a straightforward job than the whole consulting inspector / alchemist thing from last time. You're not hunting those birds, are you? They belong to people. Shush, can't you see I'm busy hunting? These birds come into the city to avoid the winds. They're easy to catch, even without a bow. I just lay out traps for them. Father wants me to come home? No. He keeps leaving to fight dragons, no matter how many times he gets hurt. I don't want to see him. Tell my father whatever you want, but I'm not going home. Usually I feel like they save the big crash for the later parts, but I guess they don't have any trouble pulling out all the stomps or whatever this early on, considering you're past level 50 or whatever. No look, sorry to have put you through that. I just wanted to see his face before I left. But no matter, I'm off to hunt, and if the gods are good, I'll have slain Guru Vilu by the time we next meet. This does not make up for all of the money we spent, by the way. And the time. Ah, Komoi, things did not, well, I've not yet won my knighthood. Yeah, I know, you haven't left. Not on account of your bow. Why, I wager it could send an arrow clean through the greatest of dragons, but it would require the right bowman to do it. I fear I'm not that bowman. I waited for the right moment and loosed the shot with all my strengths, only to watch Guru Vilu dodge it with ease. All I did was anchor the dragon, and his ire was terrible. I imagine he was angry. We're in peace right now. That guy's just minding his own business, and you didn't get the memo. I ought to be dead by rights. It's a miracle that priest passed by when he did. I owe him with my life, and I'll not leave that debt unpaid. But I was unsure how I might go about it until you showed up. You're a craftswoman of no small repute. Couldn't you make the man a staff for me? He's something of a conjurer. I've no doubt he would admire your handiwork, though I can't say I know what kind of staff he'd like. You'll have to take that up with the man himself. Please, make him whatever he desires. On my honor, you will not go unpaid. Yeah, but not paid enough. Where will I find the coin to pay for the priest's staff, I wonder? 1 million gil. That's our going rate from now on. The weapon crafts usually take a lot more materials than the other things. That's why the last one was so bad. Can I help you? Sent to repay me, you say? Even after I insisted that I didn't need anything. Ah well, you know how these fellows are, never happy until their honor is satisfied. Well, I shan't play coy any longer. My cane was damaged, and it's about time I had a new one. I would welcome a dark chestnut rod, if you would be so kind. Okay. We're not paid enough to actually make one ourselves, so hopefully we can actually buy one easily enough. No, wait. That's wrong. Dark chestnut rod. Gotta be high quality. Dark sea. Damn it. Someone's selling one for very cheap, but only the low quality one. I can't believe this. These people. Why? Why do this to a lowly level 55 or whatever carpenter just trying to make their way through the levels? Okay, are we crafting this? I guess we're crafting this. Seems to be less stuff. The branch and the lumber seem easily obtained, probably. Looks like it. What was that growth formula thing? Growth formula epsilon, which we could probably craft ourselves as an alchemist. If we had to. Oh no, this again. Volcanic rock salt. It's gonna be not cheap, I'm sure. And we need 3 of it, I think. Growth formula. I think it was epsilon. What kind of blue? Yeah, this one. We can only barely afford it. What about the constituent parts? We just need 2 volcanic rock salt because this crafts... No wait, how much does this make? It only makes 1, so we would need 6. 6 rock salt and 3 quicksilver. Alright, these are good prices, but they're too much. Why are they selling in bulk this much? Hang on, wait, are these actually easy to come by? No, they're not. I can't believe this. Hang on. This might be another thing where we can actually buy this. Let's see. Volcanic rock salt. Because if they're selling it this cheap and it's from some kind of question mark node, then maybe it is actually something that's easy to come by despite the gathering method. Just like last time. We know this now. We're learning. At least I hope we're learning. Let's see. Acquisition. Catcher Gully. You can get them from... what? From ventures and apartment merchants? For curious crop exchange? Okay, this is not easily obtained then. What's in Raincatcher Gully? When do they appear? From 17 o'clock, which is way long from now. Okay. Then we're not doing that. I guess we're gonna have to buy. I can't believe this. And this way it'd be easier to get the other thing. I just want to buy a few of these. Why can't I just get like 6 of them? Okay, let's try over here. I guess we're resorting to this now. And the next crafts after this are probably going to be even more hard to come by. It's probably going to be like Master 3 or whatever. Let's go to what usually has good prices. I think Excalibur. First things first. Is anyone selling the entire bow for cheap? And failing that, the ghost formula or the salt. No dice. Growth formula. This is the gameplay, by the way. I'm recording this, the gameplay, that you do when doing these quests. Alright, that's... hang on, wait, we need 3. Yeah, it's still kind of pricey. But this might be our best bet. The other things are easily gathered. If the volcanic rock salt isn't here, we'll just go for that growth formula. This is cheaper, but it's not better. Well, I guess... We would need the other things, like Quicksilver and whatever. It's probably going to be too much time and effort to get those. Not with that price for the rock salt. The bulk amount, so... I'll just get the growth formula and get the other stuff. Dark chestnut lumber from logs over there. And dark chestnut branches. Might be in the same area. I would imagine if we're getting the logs from this area, the branches should be from the same node. No, wait. Alright, work with me here. There are the branches and the logs, great. Think that's enough. Now let's get crafting. We need 6? No wait, we have 6. But do we need more than this? It still made it high quality somehow, even though we didn't do any quality steps. Okay, we only need the 1, thank goodness. Well, against my wishes, we ended up crafting it, and gathering it, other than certain items, but that's just normal gameplay, I guess. They probably expect players to do some of this, right? I mean, that's why the market board exists. For this kind of economy and all that. Pick things up from classes that you yourself don't have, and gather things from the things that you can get. Have you found your way to crafting a dark chestnut rod, my child? Alone above. The wood feels alive, warm, as if it still remained rooted in the ground. I can attend to far more ailments now. This is a masterwork, and you mean to say that you made this, my child? I mean, no offense, of course, but I expected something less than this. Philippolyus is a fine boy, but when he promised to repay me for interceding on his father's behalf, I did not think he would have the means to do so. Philippoli? What? Did I read that right? He promised to repay on his father's behalf? I beg your pardon, his father commissioned you? I brought a clutch of fowl, that's thanks. They're good plump ones, too. Ah, Philippalice, that is most kind of you. I very much appreciate the thought. But a growing boy needs more food than I, eh? Please, take them for yourself. What your father sent was thanks enough. Father sent thanks? My father? Indeed, my dear boy. He's an honorable man. Like father, like son, eh? Now I must be going. There are many and more who need tending, and I'm itching to try out the staff. Alone keep you all. Oh, and pass along my thanks to Bartovio, if you please. I won't lie, there's a certain satisfaction even coming from an NPC when they praise you for a fine piece of work and you put in the effort, at least a little bit. I'm the one who told you about the monastic, you know. Told him that my father might get hurt fighting the dragon. Or who told the monastic, I guess. But don't you dare tell father what I did. Knowing I asked for help would only shame him. If only he'd stop this nonsense on his own. Yeah, he does seem rather proud. I mean, he kind of condemned his own father's name in the name of pride or whatever. Okay, 2 more crafts. And they're going to be even harder than these ones. Well, actually, this second craft was a bit easier than the first one. Just because we didn't have to gather as much. I did have to, like, jump between worlds, but still. Did the priest like it? Huh, I'll wager that he did. You made it after all. It's not much, but here, your payment. Now I'm off to practice. I'm no true archer just yet, and that almost cost me my life. But no matter what, I'll not suffer that dragon to live. Alright, we blink, he practices, and we're back. I'm glad of the chance to see you, Komoy. Since we last spoke, I spent every spare moment at the butts. Wow, every spare moment at the butts. I guess the butts are, if I recall correctly, training dummies or whatever. I'm now confident that I am worthy of your weapon, and with some luck, I'll be able to lay Nguru Vilu low. In fact, I'd have already left to do so, but the bow has gone missing. Haven't seen Philippoli today either. You don't think? Quickly, help me search. I'll look for the boy around the broom if you take the holy stables. God damn it, Philippalice. Where are you? I still haven't decided. Philippoli or Police? Poli. I'm not sure Poli is the Ishgardian pronunciation of, like, the letters AIS. I don't know if I've heard of, like, what the actual pronunciation might be for that string of letters in Ishgard, specifically. We'll just go with Police. You know what, we'll call him Philip for short. If he doesn't have his bow, he can't leave. We made that bow. That's what it looks like. Philip, what in the 7 hells were you thinking? Why do you have to fight Guru Vilu? What if you don't come back this time, father? What then? Son, I will come back. Why do you think I took up the bow? The dragon can't hurt me if he can't hit me. Like he didn't hit you last time? You'd be dead if I hadn't told the priest. What's that? I told him. I begged him to help you so that you wouldn't. You could have died, father. Philip, I never knew you worried so. But you've got to understand that there's no other path to knighthood for me. Without the dragon's head, we've got no future. And you deserve more than this life, son. I like this life. I don't want you to die, father. Son. Father, if you really must fight him, then find a safer way. If there were one, we'd all be dragon slayers. Have you even tried? My snares catch birds. Couldn't a large trap catch a dragon? Then you could kill it with ease. I suppose so, We need the right kind of wood, but Komoy could help with that, couldn't you? That's the best idea I've heard so far. Some might call me a craven, but I can take that for the boy's sake. Let's give it a try. Okay, abandoning your pride for your boy. Good. Can't leave him all alone, like I was. We'll need your help, Komoy, and good lumber. For Guru Vilu, I'd say 3 lengths at least. Do you know that what won't splinter, even when holding a livid dragon? Well, what about your timber master? Wouldn't he know? Alright, it sounds like it's actually easing up on us. We don't have to craft a weapon this time. Beaton, tell us all about the best wood, the hardest wood out there. A snare for a dragon. That Ishgardian spear has led you to unexpected places, it seems. Well, I can't tell you a green wood best suits your needs. The dragon's eye will destroy all less pliable. Or no, he can tell us that it would best suit our needs. New cut timber can freeze, however. You must needs find a type resistant to cold climes. Nothing readily jumps to mind, but I do know a botanist who works in the cold of Cortes. Oh, we know this guy. Actually, he was involved in our previous... No, wait. He wasn't involved in this quest line for the carpenter up to level 50. He was involved in the botanist quest line though, like the level 50 quest even, or 45. He goes by the name Roitalon, and you'll find him at Skyfire Locks. He is an expert of sorts, and I suggest you consult with him. Yeah, we know the guy. I thought I sent you to speak with Roitalon at Skyfire Locks. You did. I just like talking to you. We're barely getting any beating content, despite this being a carpenter quest. This might be the last time we get to talk to you in a while. No, wait. This might even be requiring some kind of special gathering thing, probably. Considering the way we're talking up this wood, it might only be available for a short time. Hopefully I'm either just randomly on the right Eorzean time when I accept this quest, or it's for cheap on the market board. How to trap a dragon, eh? Well, you certainly don't want for ambition. I believe birch would best suit your purposes. The wood doesn't share the beauty of oak or teak, but it has no equal when it comes to flexibility. Okay, we're not looking for the hardest wood, we're looking for the flexiblest, or the most flexile. Moreover, it absorbs little moisture as a greenwood, and will not turn brittle by freezing. Okay, birch lumber. Thanks for telling us. Which means we need birch logs, which we get from... no, not crafting. It's hidden, but it's not gated by time. Okay. We won't even bother with some market board this time. Pretty sure it should be easy to come by. Well, actually, sometimes the market board can even sell the thing you're looking for cheaper than the cost of using an aetherite and gathering things for free. But we're here already. Yeah, they really front-loaded us with the crafts on this one. I guess this one's like a hidden node, so it requires some certain amount of stats, but stats aren't really the problem for us. It's just a gathering at this point. I think that's the right area. What were we looking for? Birch logs, and yet... Is this the right area? We are in the right area, but it's a hidden node, so... I forget the rules for this. Well, we'll just make this node disappear, I guess. Use this, and this. And try the next one. Alright, hopefully this goes by quickly. I don't know how the hidden nodes work. I mean, we have this hidden node, but that's not what we're after. It seems to be right though, these have the other birch things, we just need the log itself. And we are seeing hidden nodes pop up just for the wrong thing. Getting that map probably won't help me make the other things spawn in. Like, it won't get rid of the map from the other nodes. I think... Alright, that's gone. There's no ability that reveals like more hidden nodes, right? I'm pretty sure I'd remember something like that, I think. But what do I know? I'm the guy that couldn't see Dravanian mistletoe when it was right in front of me in the shop. There we go, birch logs. Just in case, give me a bunch of them. And in the presence of all of these monsters here in the middle of all this water, we'll just craft this thing. Oh, we need... damn it. Damn it. I should have used more skills to, like, give it higher yield. I didn't think I'd have to. Just 3 more. Ah, there we go. Yeah, what I could have done was use this, basically, in conjunction with the other stuff. But this only increases the one gathering. What we wanted to use was the one above that, this one. Or this one. Whichever one we have unlocked, I guess. And craft. Do it again. And one more time. It's interesting that high quality chance is 1%, even with zero quality on the progress bar or whatever. And the increase to the high quality chance isn't linear, like with the increase on the quality bar. It's an interesting incentive or whatever that makes you really want to go for 100% on the progress bar, or the quality bar. Have you had any luck finding the proper lumber, Komoy? Boy howdy. We really lucked out with this one. Didn't have to buy anything. Birch, eh? If it's as flexible as you say, Guru really won't be able to break free. I think I can build a fine trap out of this. No doubt you went to some trouble. Here, have this. It's not much, but hopefully it shows my thanks. Now let's see if I can't get that dragon, eh? We blink, and I guess he went off and tried to trap that dragon. Okay, now we actually need Master Carpenter on the last step. I had him, Komoy, right in the trap, writhing. But I made a stupid mistake. True, Guru Vilu couldn't force his way out, but... well, I never took him for a fire breather. Dragons, breathing fire, first I've heard of it. Of course I loosed arrows like a madman when he broke free. But my arrows just bounced off his scales. So I fled, like I promised Philip. Well, good. But I'm not done yet. This experience has taught me that I don't know Guru Vilu as I ought to. He must have a weak spot, and I mean to find it. I'd like your help, if you're willing. His armor is the problem. I've got to figure out how to pierce it, and he thrashed about in the trap enough that I'm wagering he left a scale behind. Could you go and examine the wreckage? It's in the convictory now. Give the soldier there my name, and he'll let you have a look. We'll discuss a strategy when you return. For the moment, I'd like to spend some time with my boy. The trap's in the convictory, what remains of it at least. Do we get to see this trap? Like a trap big enough to snare a dragon? I guess the dragons aren't all huge, but they're still pretty big. Oh wait, convictory? That's not what I thought it was. What is... oh right, the convictory. Damn, we're actually going back to the convictory. I thought we were done with that place. And one more trek to the convictory. What could we possibly craft from Master Carpenter 3? The very last step from the Alchemist quest was making that one book, which was a weapon that required a bunch of different ingredients. But we already crafted 2 weapons in this quest line, so I feel like it'd be overkill if we had to do another one, compared to the other quest line. Hopefully it's just one thing that takes some random high-quality ingredient or something. Even if I have to, like, pay a pretty high price for it on the market board. I just want it to be easy, not a huge tree. And also not more than 100,000 gil or whatever. Preferably 8,537, minus the cost of an aetherite fee. Both of you? Oh, the trap. Made that into firewood, I did. It's freezing here. Damn. Found a spearhead, though. Stuck in the dragon, most like. Have it. Can't burn it, can I? Wow. It all comes back to this. You want to know the dragon's weak spot? You're bloody demanding. Was this spearhead not good enough for you? Can we save money? We can. It's only 100 gil we're saving, though. The good news is that after this, we shouldn't have to do any more market board shenanigans. The only quests we have left are for botanist and miner, gathering. Unless we have to buy something that's only available at a certain point in time, in which case I will need to use a market board, damn, if I don't want to waste time. Well, did you find Guru Vilu's scale? Boy howdy. No wait, we didn't. A battle-worn spearhead. The fluorite used in its creation gives the blade a deep red glow. Seven Helskomoy, remember my father's spear. This is its spearhead. That can only mean he fought Guru Vilu. But that means Guru Vilu killed him. My father died a knight's death. Father must have driven his lance into Guru Vilu. It stayed in the dragon's body, even through his 20-year sleep. When the dragon awoke, he flew somewhere over the shroud, where the shaft fell. Only the spearhead remained. By finding the pieces of the lance, we've learned the truth. But fate's been even kinder than that. It's given us the way to kill Guru Vilu too. Somewhere between the dragon's scales is an open wound. The spearhead long lodged there will have kept it agape. If I send an arrow into it... But can I hit such a target? If I miss? No, I cannot risk it. Only the lance will serve here. No, please don't, father. It's too dangerous. Grandfather fought Guru Vilu with a lance and died. You barely escaped last time, and only because you were using a bow. I can end this with one thrust, Philip. Besides, I'm better with a spear, and I've got an ally your grandfather didn't have. Komoy, she can fashion me a weapon, finer than my father's. I won't lose, son. I can't lose. Fine, die. See if I care. Son, I'm sorry, but my mind is made up. Komoy, I need a new lance. My father's was fluorite, but I wish for an adamantite trident. If it's worth the gil, even to dip into my reserve coin, it's worth the gil. And if it allows me to clear my father's sullied name, you can name your price. 1,000,000 gil. We're not allowed to name that price, though. Okay, we do have to craft a weapon then. Or maybe we can buy it. I was thinking, though, a trident, it sounds like if the weak spot is just like this one place where the spear struck, a trident would just kind of have the other two prongs get in the way, right? To pierce that one spot. Adamant. T. Damn. Only the cheap ones are... Only the low quality ones are cheap, so... Okay, so... What do you actually want for this? Adamantite nuggets. Which are probably goldsmith stuff. Yep, can't gather them. M50 leather. Scale glue. I'm pretty sure that's, like, bought. Birch lumber. Well, that'd be crafted. Wait, we have this. Good thing I gathered more. Okay, hang on. How much do we need? Just the one. Right, I can just do it from here. I don't have to do that. I don't need to do the intermediary quality steps. Only the last one. Scale glue. Well, let's look for the leather first. The leather shouldn't be sold by anyone, I don't think. Like, no NPCs. So we do probably have to use the market board here. Amphip. Tier leather. Okay, it's cheap. I think we just need the one. Scale glue. We can save the trip if it is actually cheap. But if not, we might actually have to see if an NPC is selling this. Yeah, this seems exorbitant. It might even be made by a culinarian or something. If it's not made by an alchemist, then I don't know how you'd get this other than an NPC. We'll put a pin in that one. The adamantite nugget. We cannot craft this, so... Hopefully we can actually get this relatively cheap. But we need 3 of them. Yeah, there's no way around it. Okay, first of all, where is that scale glue? Let's bring out the old phone and search for scale glue. What does the wiki say? Scrap salvager from Idleshire? Oh, it's also made by an alchemist, actually. Wait, why don't I have this then? Hang on. Crafting? Oh, we do have it. Well, how do we get these? But we can get it from the scrap salvager, I guess. For a pretty high amount, considering how much we need. Wait, how much do we need? Just the one, actually. So rather than going for all that other stuff, let's bite the bullet. We'll get the scale glue. And the nuggets. Okay. Scrap salvager from Idleshire. Here, you can have some of my precious silver pieces, I guess. Let me just separate that into... Well, how much do I need? I don't want to spend more than I have to. I think it was like 12,000 for the nuggets and an extra 4,000, so that'd be around 8,000 plus travel fee. We'll try to sell for 10,000. That would be 20 of these. Alright, first let's buy this stuff. And it might be sold for cheaper on in Lamia or something. We're not going to waste the time trying to find out. Keep on doing the same stupid way of entering adamantite nugget. If I typed it right the first time, it would have been much easier. Yeah, the cheapest route is still just this. And then over to Idleshire. Pretty costly to teleport there and then back. We don't have a turn yet. I say costly, it doesn't really cost that much. Anyways, just enough we can get it from this scrap salvager, I think. Don't know why she's selling this specifically, but I'm glad for it. Ah, there's a painting in the background. Always forever marking this part of the world. Let's buy the right thing here. It was adamantite nugget, right? No, wait. Hang on, what? We could have just bought it from here? Damn it. Well, I guess I only paid like a few thousand extra. But still. That's what I get for not checking. Oh wait, they sell the lumber too? I can't believe this. This whole time. Wait. Do they sell everything that I needed? I guess... I don't think so, no. Damn. I should really check before I do these episodes. The best route to actually get all the stuff that I need, I guess. So I don't have to spend time on the episode doing it and then do it wrong at that rate. Okay, well, we're doing it now. Craft. That wasn't too bad. Didn't have to spend too much and just enough to get back there. With barely... How much is that? Before I teleport? 499. 499 gil to our name. I'll have Nagu Rilu's life from my father's, Komoy. I'll use your spear, your fancy trident. Aye, this is what I need. A spearhead keen as a dragon's claw, and a sturdy haft, welcoming to the hand. Even from you, this is better than I dreamed. To slay Nagu Rilu, I'll have to drive this into his heart, through the wound my father left. I have no doubt I can do so with this. I'll lie in wait for the Dravanian where he hunts. For the Dravanian where he hunts? Lie in wait for the Dravanian... Oh, I see. I was misreading Dravanian as the location, like the hinterlands and forelands. To the north of the Convictory. But I've got one last request of you. Or to make of you. Philip will be sulking around the holy stables. Please tell him why I'm doing this, and that I will be coming home. Philip needs to know that I will come home, no matter what. Let's go deliver the bad news. Sorry to say, kid, things aren't looking good. For grandfather's honor, he really said that? He's never said anything nice about grandfather. Milksop, Lackwit, traitor even. But maybe he always believed, secretly. Alright, I'll believe in my father too. I can't just sit back and wait for him to come home, can I? Please, come with me to watch him, Komoy. Sounds dangerous. Let's do it. We are a terrible chaperone. Damn. I think it's actually faster to go this way. It's always been faster this way, but I... know it. No, wait, that costs more money. Ah, whatever. By the end of this, we can return back without spending money on the Aetheryte end. We'll only have 195 gil to our name, because I refuse to sell more Allegan tin, silver, copper pieces than I have to. Because I'm an idiot. What I like to do is save them all up for the end of the expansion, like at the very end when I'm ready to head into Stormblood, and sell all of them at once and see what huge haul we got from collecting these things through all the quests that we've done. But now that number is thrown off because I've sold a lot of them and used these things for other things and a bunch of other stuff, but it's fine. We'll still get like a ballpark amount for how much we earned throughout the expansion, I guess. I'll also have to clean up my inventory in general for Stormblood. That's not a very big dragon. Thought it'd be bigger. I mean, I guess we've seen it the entire time in the quest tooltip window or whatever. But it looked like it was bigger in that. Okay, it looks bigger from that angle. But the spear. Engu reveal was. Did you see that, Father? Couldn't have done it without you. That dragon probably also had a family, you know. You did it! You did it! Philip, what in Halone's name are you doing here? Father, the way you moved with the lance. I was wrong to doubt you. You're a proper dragon slayer now. Yeah, right in time for the war to end. Like, even if you took on this quest before you ended the war, he's only gotten his honor as a dragon slayer right before the war ends, and, well, I guess he's already a knight at that point. I am that. I am at that. I avenged my father and cleared his name. I've earned the bloody title. When the Order recognizes me, you'll finally get the life you deserve, son. Well, too bad. You didn't get the memo. The war is over. They no longer reward people for killing dragons. Komoi, I asked much of you, and you never let me down. You've got my thanks. I could not have slain Guruvilu without this lance. If only my father had such a fine weapon. Oh, I guess that's the trident. It is actually more pointy on one end than I thought it would be. Thought it'd be like evenly, or rather, it would be more like Poseidon's trident with the 3 prongs kind of equal lengths, sort of. I've got to go where he rests and apologize. I lost faith in him. I listened to what others said. Hells, I've said more than my fair share of unkind things over the years, too. Where is he, Father? Nearby. I've never been, but it's time you've met him, Philip. Father was amazing. Thank you for giving me the chance to see him. Me and the boy will visit my father's grave. It's in the Lich Yard in Gorgane Mills, not so far from here. He would have liked you. Gomoy, why not join us? But who's gonna make a grave for the poor dragon? Too bad. Damn, we gotta go all that way too. I'm ready to end the episode. This is ending up quite long actually. It's, I guess, about the same length of time as we did for the Alchemist questline. But that one had a lot of meandering about. Well, I guess this one did too. At least we didn't disconnect for this one and didn't have to like pause the episode or whatever. Still a lot more trouble than I would have liked. Hopefully the botanist and minor quests are a bit smoother than this one. I'm estimating maybe only one quest step where we have to gather some crazy thing that's only available for a certain period of time in a weird corner of the world. Thank you, Komoy. Father would have never would have come this far without you. You're damn right. Father, this is Komoy. She's the one who made the trident. What I'm trying to say is, Guru Vilu's dead. I killed him. And this is Philip. He's my son, and your grandson. I should have brought him sooner. I should have done a good many things sooner. Believe in you. Defend your honor. You were a brave knight and a better man than me. Mine was the blow that killed Guru Vilu, but only because your trust was true. Farewell, Father. I'll be back. Yeah, the salute was a little bit weird, but okay. We'll go and make the truce about my father known to the Temple Knights. The Dragon's Nest too. Thank you, Komoy. None of this would have been possible without you. Goodbye. Okay, and let's return to Ishgard and we'll close out the episode in the Forgotten Night, I guess. With only 794 gil to our name, I guess I can sell some of the materials that I don't need anymore and this material. But not my elegant sacks. Those I'm saving. At least until I actually have to pay for Aetheryte fees and pay for the market board in the next episodes when I actually resort to buying the stuff that's time-gated. Alright, another crafting quest complete. And I guess with this, Komoy has had enough practice or gained enough knowledge about wood that she can continue crafting her pretend weapon or whatever. But how is she going to craft it without the materials? Next time we're going to take on the Bondless questline, I guess. To get the wood that we need, and then we can do the minor questline for the catalyst that we need, like some kind of gem or something that gets slotted into the staff. I don't know. It's all pretend. That would be a good time to take a break.